So, the number one question I get from people is why did I leave the US and move to South Africa? And it's actually not for this, or even this. In this video, I'll explain exactly why I left the US and why I chose South Africa specifically. By the way, all the footage you'll see in this video was shot by me on behalf of my production company, Atlas Motion Works. So, most people get why I would at least visit South Africa. I mean, there's incredible nature, there's tons of different attractions, but some people question why I'd want to live in South Africa of all places, when there's incredible places all around the world, like Turkey, Portugal, and Spain. And we'll actually be covering all of those places in future videos too, but why would I choose here of all places to live? So, let's even consider that South Africa has had some serious setbacks.
The country's power utility, Eskom, is under tremendous pressure to keep the lights on. Here's a report from our correspondent, Calvin.
Are targeted because of their race, but the government says it is as a result.
No release.
But here's the thing. While it's important to remember where you've been, it's equally important to see how far you've come. And when you stop and really look, you realize just how far this place has come. I've seen some incredible moments here. Moments where people, neighbors and strangers, come together.
Went away to the short side. It was on there from Quacker Smith. It certainly was. Just changes his angle to impede Jason Colby. This is massive. Well, that's
So with that being said, are the issues in America a good enough reason to just pack up and leave? So in my opinion, there's aspects of American culture that could definitely be improved upon. So I'm actually from Atlanta, but I've lived in several cities around the US. Half my family are immigrants from Trinidad, so they gave me perspective on how life could be outside the US. So in the US, I believe there's a glorification of being busy and having your career define who you are. And while I absolutely believe in hard work and pushing yourself when necessary, I don't believe that the position you hold should be tied to your actual worth as a human, and I believe there's a lot of different things other than your career that make up a person. Another thing that I think most Americans here will relate to is that in the US, there's a bit of social tension in the air. So maybe it's fueled by politics, and maybe it's people just not having the opportunity to connect and understand each other. And I actually talk about this a bit more in a previous video, so I'll link that below in the description. So, even though those are things I didn't necessarily care for, those reasons alone aren't why I left America. So what was it that drew me to South Africa? For other people, it could be the incredible energy that you can find in a city like Cape Town. Some people crave the pulse of a city that never sleeps. And some people just want a quiet place, far from everyone else. Some prefer modern living. And some people just want a simple life. The place that's best for you depends on what you want to get out of life. And I think that can change as you get older, and I think it's alright to be open to that. In my opinion, South Africa offers a great combination of all these different lifestyles. So it's not as simple as the incredible food, or the nature, or the lifestyle that you can live here. But for me personally, it's an intangible. It's a unique sense of freedom that I feel here that I haven't quite gotten anywhere else. And it's fueled by the amazing people and the culture here. That's why I moved to South Africa. I want to use this channel to highlight the incredible things this world has to offer, but especially to highlight the people of South Africa, as I feel this place is vastly misunderstood and underappreciated. I feel like we hear so much about the unfortunate things that can happen here, which can also happen anywhere else in the world, rather than the great things that people here have achieved. And while you may always want to be cautious, you also want to be open-minded. It's that unique sense of freedom that this place has given me that helped me take the leap into videography. And it's my goal to help people see places in a new way. Whether they decide to visit a new place, move to a new country completely, or even just find a greater appreciation for where they already are. So thank you so much for watching. Again, I talk about this a bit more in a previous video, so I'll link that below. I'll see you guys next week.